Hello everyone, this is Mukundan Raghavan, and this video we are going to see how to skip the login with a storage state. For simple scenarios, it's possible that every time you log into the application and you do the further actions. In the long scenarios, let's imagine you have thousands of test cases. To make each and every test case atomic test case, which means each and every test case should be executed alone without having any dependency on others. In that case, every time you should have the login. So for that reason, every time it's not feasible to log in to the window by providing the username, password, and clicking on the login button. So for that reason, we are going to use the storage state from the Playwright. So what does it actually do? Once you log in, your login credentials and your session, your cookies, every state will be saved into the file. So the next time when you go for the new test case, you don't need to log in from the scratch. You can use that same file to log in further. And it will take only one step. How to do that? Let's see in this video. Let's go to our simple test case, which is simple login test. Here we are going to the login page, username, password as usual. But at the last step, we are going to use the page.context storage state and we are giving the path. This path, the file will be saved. What is the file name? The file name might be src-config auth.json. I'm giving as a JSON file. So under the config, it will be saved as a new file called auth.json. Next time when you log in, you don't need to log in from the scratch. First of all, we will try to execute this and see whether this file has been created or not. I don't need to log in as a headed mode. Let's log in a simple way. And other test case has been skipped, so it will only do the first test case. Even we can add some more logger information. Simple as it is. So now we have completed this test case and go to your config file. You will see the auth.json. Let's try open and see. So there will be a lot of information, your geolocation, your browser details, your session cookies, everything will be there. Most of the time we may not be using this and it will differ from application to application and browser to browser. So let's close this. Now how to log in with this same file? Let's imagine I want to go to this page. If I directly go to this home page, just go to the browser and let's open the incognito mode. And if I try to log in this page directly, which is the home page, you again landed up in the login credentials page. But if you already logged in, it will directly go to that page. So for the reason, what we are going to do is like, let's use the same file, but this time, rather than getting the page fixture, we are going to get the browser. From the browser, we are using the new context, and this context will be set up based on the storage file state. So storage file or storage state will be taken from the auth file, and again, auth file will be from the same location. So before running this test case, we should be having this running test case and we should have that file ready. Once you have that file, we are using the same here. By using the same context, we are creating the one more page. And by using that page, now we are going to navigate to the home page. You will be directly going to the home page because you have all the state already saved from this file and this will be used. Now let's skip the first one because the intention of first one is to create the auth file. Now no more we need this one. By using the auth file, we can log into any page and let's see this one. Again, let's execute one more time. Test case has been passed. Let's see the report. Here you can see. So directly went to the home page without logging in, which means we have used that auth.json file to log into the home page. And this is not only for this test case, even we can use it for our code generation. For example, here this is the reference I will be sharing in the description. If you want to generate the auth.json, not from the code, but from the code generation tool, you can use the npx playwright code gen And the application URL, for example, here it is given as a github.com, and you will be mentioning -save -storage equal to auth.json. So when you go to this URL, it will try to give you the login page. You will log in, you will go to the any different page. Then you just complete this. This stage will be saved into the auth.json. Then in later stage, you can use the same file, load storage auth.json. Then you can go to the any specific home page or any different page which comes after the login. This time you don't need to enter the username and password because your authentication will be taken from the auth.json. And here you can see in this example, we have already created the auth.json for our Salesforce application, isn't it? So use the same thing and try to generate some file, which means that I'm using auth.json to record some other test cases, not from the login page, but from the actual home page. Here it is telling load storage. It is from the src config auth.json as per our project. And I'm going to this home page, and from there I can directly record the test case without logging in. Let's try this. Go to the VS Code, Control C, paste it, Playwright Codegen. Here you can see I did not log in anywhere. Directly it goes to the home page. Let's imagine I want to assert something. So here you can see there will be a lot of options. Let's imagine I want to see the visibility, assert visibility. And let's do some actions. So click on account. Just go to recently, click on all accounts. Let's imagine I am going to stop here itself. And here if you go to the test script, what has been generated, here you can see clearly, we use the src config /auth.json. Even we can use this way also, but here you can see the entire script has been started directly from the home page, not from the login page. So this way, when you want to generate some test script from the scratch, you don't need to log in every time. You can use the auth.json. And points here to be noted. So this auth.json will not be active forever. There will be some time, the timeout, or let's say the expiry time. After that, again, you need to generate the auth.json. There are multiple ways you can use this mechanism. For example, you can put it into the before method, or you can save it already, or you can make it as a global facility. It depends on individual framework design. In simple ways, this should be as one of the prerequisite. You can put it in the before step. And security point is it should not be committed to your code repository, because this auth.json, however, it will expire, but it is not standard practice to push this into your code repository. So for that reason, we need to go to the git ignore, and you will be just including this entry, src config auth.json. So when you commit this to the code repository, your auth.json will not be included in your code repository. So this is the beauty about the storage state. By using the storage state, we have seen how to log in without credential and how to save this as a separate file by using the page context .storage state. At the same time, we have seen how to use the same auth.json to log in or to generate the code by using the Codegen. And this is all about this video. And always be a rainbow in others' cloud.